My car were damaged after I lost control and hit the car in front of me. My legs were stuck on the steering wheel, and I couldn't feel my hands for a moment. Blood were dripping from my wounded eyes. I can only see the dark and hear him say,
"I got you."
I can hear windows breaking at my car's windows. Then he slowly and gently pulls me out from my car. I was sent to the hospital's emergency ward. I was saved, but I lost my sight. The doctor said my car window's broken glass had hit my eyes, and I had become blind. The man who saved me was Andy. Even when I couldn't see, my greedy nature never stopped me from having a luxury lifestyle. I always wanted to live in an expensive apartment and have the best fancy restaurants' food. Andy always tells me that I was living in a luxury home and was well taken care of. We fell in love and started dating for 3 years. One day, Andy told me he found me a donor. He wanted me to experience the world through my eyes and show me how much he loves me.
Brie, I have something important to tell you.
What is it? I'm curious.
I found you a donor, and you'll be able to see it again.
I was excited. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Andy, are you serious? And he said yes. I underwent the surgery and miraculously regained my sight. I was overjoyed and couldn't wait to see Andy. But when I saw Andy, I felt a sense of disappointment. I couldn't smile anymore. The excitement inside me was gone. Andy, why are you wearing sunglasses?
I was the donor. Now, you can see the world with my eyes. Brie, I hope you can take care of me now.
My face turned pale. I looked into Andy's dark sunglasses and said, "This is not the life I want. I'm sorry, Andy." With those words, I walked away, leaving Andy heartbroken. Andy was devastated after the breakup. He couldn't believe that I didn't want him anymore. He spent days and nights drowning in sorrow. One day, out of curiosity, I visited Andy's house, and it shocked me. All these while I was living in a small village house. It was not the luxury home he told me. However, the door was unlocked. I went inside, and I tried to feel the chairs, table, the items, and the wall as I used to when I was blind. Suddenly, Andy walked out from the kitchen, so I ran away. Months passed, and I got a job in a restaurant. One day, a blind customer with a cane walks into the restaurant, and it was Andy. I was shocked to see him, and I was hesitating to serve him because I was too afraid and ashamed of myself for what I did to him. However, I helped Andy with his chair and seat, and he said,
Brie, is that you?
"Sorry, sir. I think you had mistaken me with somebody else."
Well, okay, but you have the same voice as my ex.
I quickly ran off because I was too nervous. So I asked my colleagues to serve Andy, and luckily, they agreed. Every time I think of Andy, I can't sleep. All the time, I felt like my heart was getting heavy. One day, I decided to visit Andy and hoped to ask for his forgiveness.
What do you want, Brie? This place is not for people like you. Look, it is so messy and small in here. You're better off in a luxury apartment.
So I made an effort to face Andy, wearing sunglasses and with his cane. He invited me to sit down on the old wooden chair. "I'm sorry. I know I was wrong. Please give me a chance. I wanted to fix this." Andy let out a silent fake smile and he said,
Brie, let me ask you this. Will you take care of me for the rest of your lives, or can you find me a donor?
I was lost in words. At that moment, my grief possesses my heart. It never stopped me from having those luxury lifestyles I had desired for so long. Andy put down his cane slowly and removed his sunglasses, and I was shocked to see his eyes. He was not blind all these times. But why and how? You can see all these while? I asked with full of confusion and curiosity.
Brie, to be honest, I did not donate my eyes to you. The eyes you got were from some donor who had passed away. It was some woman in her 50s.
I realized that I truly did not understand Andy, and could have learned to accept him for who he was. Andy said he had stopped loving me the moment I left him, creating a sad new chapter in his lives.
I'm grateful you come and see me, but I can't have you in my life anymore. I'm sorry, Brie.
Andy said, his voice filled with sorrows and disappointment. Tears were dripping out from my eyes. I was heartbroken, so I just left and continued my journey. I know Andy will never forgive me. I might be able to see again, but my greedy heart blinded my soul. One day, in the city, when I was walking on the sidewalk, I noticed a blind man sitting on the floor with a note written in a cardboard. Help me blind. I noticed he had an empty jug next to him. Maybe he was hoping someone would give him some penny. But nobody bothered. I took his cardboard and I took out my green marker pen and wrote, I wish I could see all you beautiful people. After I helped the blind man change the words on his cardboard, everyone who walked by were amazed, and they all started giving him money. From that day onwards, I started to do charity and help the blind. So, if you ask me, did I regret leaving Andy? Yes, every day. The only way I can fix my mistake now is to help people, especially the blind, whenever I see one.